Hello to everybody watching this video. Yes, today I decided that I shall be talking about my whole accent journey, like as how I got the hang of mastering this accent, not only talking about my journey towards mastering American accent, but also British accent. At the same time, I'm also going to be talking about how I do have the ability to sort of this called retaining my original Indian accent at the same time in order to be able to speak these three accents that at the same time I can switch over from each of the accents while speaking English. So I'm gonna talk about this today here in the video. I started my journey of this mastering accent stuff way back in the year of lately I started in the year of 2018 when I was pretty some 21 years old. So at that point of time I decided that I should be mastering accents. So firstly I'm gonna be talking about how I mastered the American accent. By American accent I mean to say specifically about the general, neutral sounding standard American accent. So, in the light of 2018, while I was 21 years old, as I mentioned just a couple of moments ago, so I was trying to be looking for some resources online on the internet. On the internet, I was looking for certain articles, study materials, like sort of like books, audio materials, tutors, online tutors who could help me to specifically fulfill my need of this accent mastery. So eventually I came across this guy who lives in Mumbai in Maharashtra state of India. His name is Abhishek Sharma, Mr. Abhishek Sharma, and he hails from Mumbai. He's one of the few certified communication via accent coaches across the whole of India and in South Asia. So eventually I contacted him. I I wrote an email to him specifically specifying my need that I need to learn the American accent and that I shall be interested to take the course of mastering the American accent from him. And so it wasn't until 2020, that is 2020, by the end I recontacted him once more time and soon got I got I got enrolled in the course and theoretically I was progressing by leaps and bounds, working on my accent skills, working on the pronunciation skills, pronunciations of letters, including vowels and consonants, also working specifically on the English vowel sounds and consonant sounds, refining my vowels and consonants constantly, and so gradually I was able to uh, perform much more better and better in the class while the classes were taken on individual hours in a day, and it was worthwhile working with him for some, maybe, I guess probably 5 months. It was the course of my journey to be working with him diligently, and so by the end of the course, theoretically, I totally grasped and developed this sort of mastering the American accent. And on the day of final accent evaluation session in June of 2021, that is pretty some 5 years ago, I was the one who scored a total grade of A++. I topped the batch of pretty some 4 to 5 students, for from which I topped the number one student in the batch. And that was a very remarkable experience for me working with him. And we're still in contact with each other. Sometimes I do have talks with him over the phone. And so, while talking about the British accent, I'd say that mostly I grabbed the nuances of the British accent mainly from watching YouTube videos, but watching plenty of contents, by consuming more and more contents based on standard British, modern RP, received pronunciation accent, I gained more and more confidence. I'd say that you literally need not to necessarily live or move in the UK in order to sound British. You don't need to have a plane ticket flying to the UK, living in London or England, whatever you wish to sound or what you like to use. You don't need to be traveling so long to learn British accent. So in that way, I still now my accent has gotten to be evolving much more and more refined, and it gives me enough mental gratification to be working on the accent. Because like, I've always been intrigued by the intricacies of language, especially English language and accents. I'm very much enthusiastic about learning or mastering accents, especially talking about that of British and American. So that's all the story about my so far spending some 7 years on the accent, 6 to 7 years on the accent, and it's still in the evolution process of evolving much more better and better by leaps and bounds. So that's all the story. Hopefully you like it, because at this time I'm using the modern RP standard British accent while talking here in this video. And whenever I talk to people, mostly I switch over to either Indian or the standard British, this modern RP accent. So this has gotten to be my usual accent whenever I talk with people. So thank you very much for watching this video. And I think this video is going to be a testament to the fact that no matter wherever you live in, you don't have to bother about like traveling overseas or spending hefty amount of money in order to sound or learn an accent, sound in a particular accent, that is. So thank you guys very much for paying your valuable time watching my content, and very soon I'm gonna wrap it up right here, saying that this is my as closest to speaking English using the standard British RP accent humanly or as an Indian. Because I'm not a native Brit, I'm an Indian. So I live here in Calcutta or Kolkata, what you normally call in your normal tone of language. So that's all, and I hope to see you in the next video. By the time, take care, stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.